everyone! So, welcome to episode 3. We are talking about crystals today. We're going to be talking about what they're used for, their properties. We're going to be talking about how they were used a long time ago and how they're still relevant, because I know a lot of people are like, it's just air quotes, new age juju talk and stuff like that. And we're going to kind of debunk that, and we're going to go over some really good beginner crystals for beginner witches. And if you're not a beginner witch or you're just someone that likes crystals, these are really good for you in case you haven't heard of them. Really quick, there is a book I would like to recommend. I'm a huge book person. I love reading. And I would love to recommend Crystal Bliss by Debbie Brown. I got my copy from covenscottage.com. I'm sure you can get it really anywhere. I think I've seen it on Amazon as well. I really like using the books for references as well, and it's a really great book. It has a wealth of information. I highly recommend. Debbie Brown is not a witch. She is actually, I think she said she's Christian, but she just really loves cripples. I'm sorry. She really loves crystals, so I really suggest her book. So, anyways, let's go ahead and hop into it. Very quickly, I want to let you guys know that all of the links that I used, like articles and stuff like that I used for research, will be linked down below, like always. So I highly encourage you to do your own research if you're interested. And let's go ahead and just jump into it. So we're going to start off with, what are crystals used for? So there are a number of different types of crystals that are each filled with their own healing abilities for the mind, body, and soul. They're thought to promote the flow of good energy and help rid the body and mind of negative energy for physical and emotional benefits. Historically speaking, crystals are touted as ancient forms of medicine with philosophies borrowed from Hinduism and Buddhism. However, it's important to note that there's no scientific evidence to support the use of crystals. Modern day scientists, they won't validate their use, even though they've helped people, but that's fine. Despite this, people are still drawn to their colors and beauty. Use the Energy Muse Crystal Guide with Healing Stones for manifesting your intentions and what you want to create your life. These otherworldly rocks connect us to the earth because they are tangible, physical forms that have powerful vibrations. This energy continues to connect with you when you wear these intention crystals close to the skin or place them in your environment. With every thought and intention, these crystals pick up on your unique vibrational energy and amplify the positive vibes that you're cultivating. So this is how I personally use crystals. I do use them when I do spell work. I do put them, because I have a little cauldron that I put them in. I wear them around my neck. I carry them in a charm bag, because I also have a charm bag that I carry with me. And that's just how I personally use them. I keep them all over my house. And I do cleanse them every so often, which we are also going to be talking about how you can do that in this video. And those are just some ways. So, crystal energy helps you on your spiritual journey because it works to hold your intention and remind you of your connection to the earth. A well thought out intention is the starting point for healing crystals, because specific intentions instilled into your daily thought patterns also become part of its energy. So you really need to have an intention with this crystal if you're carrying it on you. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can just be, I want to have a good day. I want to rid myself of negativity. Just basic things. Don't make it too complicated. And really focus on that and hold a crystal in your hand and just envision what you're wanting. And you're going to hear so many people say that over and over. You have to imagine it. You have to envision it. And it's true, because you can't just carry a crystal around and poof, everything's okay again. You do have to put some work into. But anyways, though they may be classified as inorganic, crystals are nonetheless understood by many witches and healers to be alive, as they impart healing energy to people, animals, and even plants. Certain crystals, such as quartz and tourmaline, actually exhibit one aspect of their power through what scientists call I'm sorry if I butchered this, I'm so sorry, the piezoelectric effect. I can't pronounce anything. I am so sorry. But it's when mechanical pressure is applied to these stones, such as through squeezing them or tapping them with a hammer, the stone gives off an observable electric charge. Quartz and certain other crystals also exhibit pyroelectricity, meaning that they release an electric charge when exposed to a change in temperature. So they are very much alive. There's energy all around them. It's very subtle, and you might not pick up on it at first if you're not wanting to notice it, basically. But they are definitely much alive, and I know a lot of people think it's just, you worship rocks, but that's not what it is at all. And I hope that as we go through this, it's something that kind of becomes more and more obvious. But moving on, so Wiccans and other witches understand that the power of crystals and stones is also in essence the same power inherent in other natural phenomena like the wind or a flowing river. So all matter, visible and invisible, is energy. It's all energy, and it's interconnected. And since thought or intention is also energy, it can be harnessed and sent out into the universe through the energy field of the crystals we choose to work with. So everything is energy. Everything is connected. And you're teaching that it's also energy, the crystals just really help amplify the energy, and it really helps to work with what you're wanting to get done. In this way, crystals and stones are conduits of energy. They can both bring healing energy to us and send out our positive energy to the spiritual realm to manifest world change in our lives. Like I said, you're not going to carry a quartz crystal with you and everything's going to be better. You're going to be completely healthy. Everything's going to be awesome. You need intention. You really need to focus on your energy. You need positive energy. And you really need to meditate on it. It's not just going to be, it's not a magic rock, basically. I know that a lot of people, when they think of people collecting crystals, that we think they're, just, magic rocks. No, that's not what it is. But in Wiccan practice, one common use for crystals and stones is to mark the sacred circle before ritual begins. I can't confirm or deny this. I am not Wiccan. They're also used to honor deities, which, yes, I know they actually are used to honor deities, with specific stones sacred to particular gods and goddesses. Some magical tools, such as wands and pinnacles, are decorated with crystals, and they are often featured in magical jewelry of all kinds. I see that so often in New Age shops. It's absolutely true. In magic, crystals and stones are used for everything from healing to divination to manifesting wealth and love. In keeping with centuries of tradition, they are still used in amulets, talismans, and other good luck charms, as well as for scrying and protection. And just so I can kind of put this out there right now, I am actually having episodes about all of these things that I just read off to you. We will be talking about amulets and talismans and charms. We'll also be talking about scrying and protection. So that will be coming very soon. I just wanted to put that out there as I read it off to you. In case you're wondering what they are, you can definitely expect episodes on them. But crystals can be powerful components of spell work, whether as adjunct ingredients or the main focus of the spell. So you can use them with herbs, you can use them with candles, you can use them with essential oils, you can really use them with really anything to help amplify the energy and your intention with whatever you're doing, but they can also be used alone. So that's kind of what that part was saying there, in case you couldn't really make it out. So, for example, amethyst is often used as a power boost for spells of all kinds, and clear quartz is kept on the altar to sharpen focus, especially for more complex spells. But you can also simply charge a specific crystal for a specific purpose and then carry it with you. Like red jasper for courage, or citrine for attracting money. I love citrine. I carry it with me a lot. I don't specifically carry it for attracting money, but we will be getting into that. Crystal magic is also uniquely suited to take advantage of color correspondences in a thoroughly natural way. So, in other words, they don't have to be dyed like candles or cloth. Colors, as vibrations of light, resonate with different aspects of our existence, such as love, health, and money matters according to their specific vibrations. Pink, the color of rose quartz, is a color with harmonizing, loving vibration, making it a powerful force for drawing love into your life. Likewise, the color green has a vibrational resonance with abundance, making green stones such as jade and bloodstone particularly good for spell work involving matters of prosperity. I just want to give a shout out if you're wanting to see like specific rituals involving things that I'm talking about. The Witch of Wonderlust on YouTube, The Green Witch on YouTube, Gathered Time on YouTube, They do a lot of really good things like this, showing you how to perform spells and stuff, and using color correspondences and stuff like that. So I really highly suggest their channels. But crystals and stones can be phoned. They cannot be phoned. Crystals and stones can be found in most Wiccan and other New Age shops, and there are even stores that specifically focus on just crystals in general. However, many who work with crystal magic will say that the stones choose you, rather than the other way around. You may be gifted with a polished stone from a friend or acquaintance, or even stumble upon one in raw form when out on a hike. You can also always purchase stones through a trusted online retailer, setting the intention that the right stones will come to you. When you buy from a shop, you're likely to be drawn to a particular stone without necessarily thinking about it. You may feel pulled strongly toward a certain color or type of crystal, and as you investigate your possible choices, take a moment to scan your physical body and your emotional energy. If you have a positive feeling, this may be the stone for you. If you have any kind of negative feeling, then it's not. Stones aren't harmful in and of themselves, but don't give off negative energy, but it's really not a good fit if they make you, feel not good. And you will know whether or not they like you, if they're choosing you, you'll know. But no matter where or how you acquire your crystals, be sure to cleanse them thoroughly of any unwanted energy, charge them with your intentions for your magic before using them in spell work, and enjoy exploring the wonderful and wide world of crystal magic. So, now we're going to get more into like the cleansing and all that good stuff and how you can do it, because some crystals have certain ways they have to be cleansed. So we're going to be talking about we're going to be talking about a few safe ways for cleansing crystals, because I'm not sure if I have all 9 here. I'm just realizing that. I am so sorry. Crystals are very effective at healing because they can pick up or absorb subtle negative energies, imbalances, and psychic debris and remove them on your behalf. However, the downside is that they can get overloaded and need to be purified from time to time. Just like you feel better after a bath or refreshing vacation, your crystals need a regular trip to the crystal spa too. So these are the 9 recommended safe ways: water, moonlight, sound, sunlight, nature, starlight, crystals, smoke, and intention. And we're going to get into a lot of those, because I'm not sure if I have all of them here actually. You can choose a method that suits your environment, personal preference, and weather, and you can change up your cleansing routine and see what works best for you. Make your crystal cleansing ritual a special one for yourself too, and enjoy the experience. Be sure to state your intention that the stones be cleansed of energies picked up during the healing process, and bless them with a sense of gratitude and wonder. While water is a wonderful cleanser for us, you should be cautious when using water with your stones, because it can harm delicate or soft crystals. Water works best with polished stones, never rough or natural stones or geodes. Use methods below, like moonlight or smoke, for rough or delicate crystals. Moonlight is a favorite and safe way to cleanse. Really any crystal type, rough or polished, since they do not come in contact with anything except soft moonlight, which I know it's a method that is heavily endorsed, which I agree. I also do this. I also do smoke cleansing, by the way. I haven't tried water. I know which one of my crystals can and cannot be used, but I'm still so nervous about doing it. So I really use moonlight and smoke healing, or smoke cleansing, I'm sorry. There is a 9-day period during the moon cycle, waxing gibbous, full moon, and waning gibbous, where there is sufficient enough moonlight to cleanse. However, it is possible to use any phase of the moon if you're practiced at calling in subtle energies. Place your crystals outside on a table or near a window that is bathed in moonlight for a few hours. Make sure dew does not get them wet. In the morning, your crystals will be ready to go back to work. So I usually don't leave mine outside, because I really don't have anywhere except for on my porch, and I'm afraid that because we have a lot of wild animals out here, is gonna come and knock them over, which is probably stupid, but I keep them in a windowsill near some plants, and that's how I do mine. With intention, reverberating sound can be used to cleanse crystals. You can use any variety of instruments. We suggest a tuning fork, singing bowl, bell, chime, or your own voice chanting a prayer or mantra. Allow the sound to wash over the crystals and actively visualize them releasing old energies on the sound waves. You can also play music to the crystals on a flute, violin, or piano. You can be very creative in the process and make it enjoyable for yourself too. And you can also use your favorite music, so you're not just like, you don't have to just sit there and just like chant. You can make it fun. Sunlight is also very powerful, but only for certain types. There are a few crystals that will fade, just like fabrics do, with continued exposure to sunlight, like ametrine, aventurine, apatite, amethyst, aquamarine, beryl, citrine, calcite, celestite, chrysoprase, kunzite, sapphire, fluorite, rose quartz, smoky quartz. To be safe, do not place these in sunlight for more than a few minutes. Also be aware that clear quartz can heat up in direct sunlight and amplify the sun rays, where it can start a fire if the crystal is on paper, wood, or some other combustible material. Otherwise, sunlight is an excellent cleanser, but just like your skin, too much of it can kind of in a way give it a sunburn, which I know is kind of weird to think about. Many people favor smudging, which is the smoke cleansing. You can use the smoke from sage, palo santo, herbs, or incense. You can do smudging regardless of weather or time of day. It smells wonderful, and the ritual of fire sets a sacred tone in the space. Smudging requires some planning and practice to do this as a ritual when you have a little time to do it thoughtfully. So that was how to cleanse your crystals. Now we're going to get into some really good beginner crystals. So the first one I want to talk about is clear quartz. So it's a white crystal and is considered to be a master healer. It's said to amplify energy by absorbing, storing, releasing, and regulating it. It's also said to aid concentration and memory. Physically clear crystals are claimed to stimulate the immune system and balance out your entire body. This stone is often paired with others like rose quartz to aid and enhance their abilities. Rose quartz. Just as the color may suggest, this pink stone is all about love. It's said to help restore trust and harmony in all different kinds of relationships while improving their close connections. It's also claimed to help provide comfort and calm during times of grief. It isn't all about other people, though. Rose quartz is said to also encourage love, respect, trust, and worth within oneself. Something we could all use. So it also helps with, self-love, which I think we could all use a little bit of. And that's also what I use it for. When I'm feeling a bit down and I'm having a rough time with myself, I definitely will use it in some self-care spell work. Next up is jasper. It's a smooth crystal that's known as the supreme nurturer. It's said to empower the spirit and support you through times of stress by preparing you to fully show up. It's claimed to protect you from and absorb negative vibes while promoting courage, quick thinking, and confidence. These are traits that are extra helpful when tackling important issues. Obsidian. An intensely protective stone, obsidian is said to help form a shield against physical and emotional negativity. It's also said to help get rid of emotional blockage and promote qualities of strength, clarity, and compassion to help you find your true sense of self. For your physical body, it may aid in digestion and detoxification while potentially help reduce pain and cramps. Next up, one of my favorites, we're talking about citrine. So it brings joy, wonder, and enthusiasm to every part of your life with citrine. It's said to help you release negative traits from your life like fear, and in turn help encourage optimism, warmth, motivation, and clarity. It's also claimed to enhance mindful qualities like creativity and concentration. Turquoise. So it's a blue crystal that has powers that are said to help heal the mind, body, and soul. It's seen as a good luck charm that can help balance your emotions while finding your spiritual groundings. When it comes to the body, it's said to benefit the respiratory, skeletal, and immune system. Next up is another one of my favorites, tiger's eye. I have a huge chunk of this, and I also have it in an amulet. So if you're in need of a power or motivation boost, it's a golden stone and it may be good for you. It's said to help rid your mind and body of fear, anxiety, and self-doubt. This can be beneficial for career aspirations or even matters of the heart. Tiger's eye is also said to help guide you to harmony and balance to help you make clear, conscious decisions. Amethyst. Amethyst is a purple stone and is said to be incredibly protective, healing, and purifying. It's claimed it can help rid the mind of negative thoughts and bring forth humility, sincerity, and spiritual wisdom. It's also said to help promote sobriety. Sleep is another claimed benefit of the stone, from supposedly aiding in insomnia relief to understanding dreams. Physically, it's said to boost hormone production, cleanse blood, and relieve pain and stress. Moonstone, known for new beginnings, moonstone is said to encourage inner growth and strength. When starting fresh, the stone is purported to also soothe those uneasy feelings of stress and instability so you're able to move forward and successfully. It's also claimed to promote positive thinking, intuition, and inspiration while bringing forth success and good fortune. Next up is bloodstone. It's a powerful healing stone that lives up to its name. It's claimed to help cleanse the blood by drawing off bad environmental energies and improving circulation. It encourages selflessness, creativity, and idealism while helping you live within the current moment. It's also said it can help you rid yourself of feelings of irritability, aggressiveness, and impatience. And then we have I don't know how many more we have. We have just a few more. This one I always have trouble saying. I'm so sorry. Is it agate? Agate? Agate. I think it's pronounced agate. I have many pieces of the stone, and I just cannot pronounce it. I'm so sorry. For strength and courage, it tones and strengthens the mind and body, grounding and stabilizing emotions and physical energy. It helps with the acceptance of oneself and to see this truth. Its healing and cleansing qualities eliminate negative energy, soothing and calming the mind, body, and spirit. It's usually dyed brilliant bright colors, but it does appear naturally in many colors. Amazonite, for intuition and hope, is the stone of hope. It helps filter outside information through the use of intuition, encourages faith, enhances male qualities and physical strength. Good for the brain and nervous system. Carnelian, which is another one of my favorites. It's so beautiful. It's warm and joyous. Enhances and vitalizes the physical, emotional, and mental bodies. Its warm, inviting, and joyous energy attunes with the inner self, helping to open the heart. It helps restore vitality, increase one's motivation to get up and go. Great for stimulating creativity. It's full of life force and gives us courage and vigor to make the right life choices. Fluorite, for focus and protection, promotes focus, intuition, and understanding. It helps bring chaos and order, promoting stability, free thinking, and clear, unbiased reasoning. It's excellent for the advancement of the mind, aiding in meditation and interdimensional communication. It's a highly protective stone, especially on a psychic level and from outside influences. So it draws away negative energy and stress, cleansing and purifying the body. It strengthens teeth and bones, aiding the spine and arthritic conditions. And it helps with emotional trauma. So those are some really great starter stones. And now we're going to get into crystal grids, which I don't know much about, but believe it or not, I got a Tamed Wild box that was crystal grid themed, so I'm definitely going to be trying it out. It looks so interesting, and we're just going to briefly go over that. So crystal grids are an incredibly powerful and beautiful way to manifest your dreams, goals, and intentions. The power of a crystal grid comes from the combined energies of the crystals that you use, how you lay them out, and the intentions that you set. It's a special arrangement of crystals and stones used with intention to manifest a desired result. Keep in mind that the universe likes to provide us with what we need, just not necessarily always what we want. So it's best to focus on manifesting a need versus a want. If you'd like it to come to fruition, common intentions that people use for crystal grids are for well-being, abundance, healing, and protection. There's really just no set rules when it comes to crystal grids, but it's best to use your own intuition and work with what you feel guided to do with the crystals. Some people like to do them on a cloth or piece of paper with sacred geometry on them, as they believe this increases the power of the grid. Others like to include pieces of nature like leaves or flowers in the grid. Many people pick their stones based on the properties of the individual crystals that are aligned with what they would like to manifest. And now we're going to get into the step-by-step guide to creating a crystal grid. So the first step is deciding what your intentions are. You can write this down on a piece of paper and place it under the crystal stone in your grid. Try to be specific, and then you need to choose your crystals. You can do this by keeping in mind the individual crystal properties and what your intentions are. And don't forget that when you do this, you need to make sure that your crystals are cleansed. So we kind of went over what those already were. And you're going to place them on the piece of paper you wrote your intentions down, and then take a moment to really slow down and connect with your own spirit and energy of the universe while you do this. You can light a candle or play some relaxing music while you do this. Some people believe that it's best to start from the outside and go in, and others prefer to start in the middle and work out, doing whatever feels right to you, and start placing your crystals down. Some people like to use sacred geometry, because it kind of gives them, like a guide where they can place their crystals. But the final step is to actually activate the grid. So you can use this using a clear quartz point, which is, like the amplifier stone. So you touch each crystal with your point, drawing an invisible line to connect them to one another. It's best to leave your crystal grid set up for a period of time rather than put it away straight away. Something like 48 hours, just do whatever works for you. Some people leave them up long term. So it's really just your intention and what feels right for you in your space. Like I said, it has to do with your intention. But I am going to be trying my own crystal grid out. So I can't really speak much about this because I have never done it before. But the Tamed Wild, the box that I got, sent me some of my own crystals to use, aventurine and labradorite. They also sent me a cloth and a book on how to do crystal grading. So I might sit there tonight and do that. And maybe in the next podcast I'll talk about if I did it or not and what I thought of it. But that is going to be all today for crystals. This is not going to be the last crystal podcast. There's so much more than what I got into today. So if you're interested, let me know, and there will be many, many, many more parts to this. But like I said, just let me know your thoughts down below, like always. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode. I can't believe I'm already on the 3rd episode. It's crazy to think about. I've been enjoying this so much, and I hope you guys have been too. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys next Thursday at 3 p.m. like always, and you guys have a great night. Bye, guys.